Hello again. Welcome to class number 320. Okay. In cambio. On the other hand. Well, let's continue. Welcome. List number 3. Vocabulary. Page. Hoy, no lo veo. I think it's page 51. All right. Punto de vista. Point of view. Point the same as English and Spanish. Point of view or viewpoint. My viewpoint. Se dice más point of view. So don't worry about viewpoint. You'll hear it, but people say point of view. My point of view is point of view. Centro de compras, shopping center. Shopping center. Si es interior, solemos decir shopping mall. But a shopping mall is a shopping mall is an indoor shopping center. A shopping center is an outdoor shopping mall. Okay. Centro de compras. Aceptar to accept. El problema aquí es la pronunciación. Accept. And you have to pronounce every consonant. I'm sorry. Aceptar, no, accept, accept. Como acceso. Accept. Acceptable. Accepted. Acepté la oferta. I accepted the offer. I accepted the offer. I didn't reject the offer. I didn't turn down the offer. I accepted the offer. To accept. Tener prisa is to be in a hurry. Tengo prisa. I'm in a hurry. I am in a, stress the I. I'm in a hurry. I'm in a hurry. I'm in a bit of a hurry. Tengo un poco de prisa. Insertamos a bit. I'm in a bit of a. 6 sonidos monosílabos. Hurry. Hurry son dos. I'm in a bit of a hurry. Excuse me, waiter. Can you bring me the bill, please? I'm in a bit of a hurry. I'm in a hurry. Curiosa expresión. Estoy en una prisa. Así lo decimos. I'm in a hurry. I'm in a hurry. Bueno, decís aquí tengo prisa. Como si, ¿dónde? ¿En el bolsillo? ¿Dónde tienes prisa? All right. But I'm in a hurry. I'm in a hurry. Every language is strange. I'm in a hurry. Causar is to cause. Yes, cause and effect. Causa y efecto. La historia nos enseña causa y efecto de la psique humana. Cause and effect. History teaches us lessons. Very valuable lessons of cause and effect because of human element, the human psyche. Reacting, acting and reacting to inputs. Every moment in history teaches you and me, teaches us a lesson of cause and effect. Cause, causa, cause. Llenar is to fill the cup with pencils. Yeah, to fill, yes, to fill the glass of water, to fill, to empty and to fill. To empty and to fill. Reparar, arreglar is to fix or to repair. Fix, or repair. Ford Motor Company. Fix or repair daily. They say the F-O-R-D stands for fix or repair daily. To fix. El verbo reparar, puede ser para reparaciones de más envergadura. Fix suele ser arreglar algo, un arreglo. To fix it. To fix. You have to fix, Oh, it broke. There, I fixed it. Well, no, you didn't fix it. To fix is arreglar, to fix. Más que fijar. Fijar puede ser to fix. Pero cuando se fija una fecha o concertar una cita, fijas, to set, not to fix. All right, to fix. Also in the United States and Canada, people say to fix lunch, to fix dinner, and to fix breakfast. Preparar las comidas, desayuno, comida, cena, etc. We say to fix. To prepare. I recommend prepare when you speak. To prepare dinner, to prepare lunch, to prepare breakfast. But you will hear Americans say to fix lunch. Yes. I'm fixing to fix lunch. Okay. Llegar, perdonar is to forgive. Forgive and forget. Perdona y olvida. It's a saying, forgive. Past tense, forgave. Los perdoné. I forgave them. Forgive me. I'm so sorry. Yes. Se suele decir, I apologize. I'm sorry. I apologize. I made a mistake. I admit I made a mistake. I apologize. Come on, will you forgive me, please? Please forgive me. Forgive and forget. All right. Llegarás to get to. Yeah, I got here this morning at 7:15. I got here, it's early. I got here at 7:15. Yesterday, when I left here, I got home at 6 p.m. And then I went to a concert, and I got to the concert hall at 7:30. I got to, llegué al Auditorio Nacional, I got to the National Auditorium at 7:30. To get to. Oír is to hear. Yes. I can hear. En español se diría seguramente oigo. Movimiento arriba. I don't think you can hear it. I can hear it. And Marta can hear it very well because Marta's wearing headphones, and those headphones are very sensitive to noise. Can you hear it? Yeah. She's nodding her head. Yeah, she can hear it. Somebody's walking upstairs. Olegario's now working with his drill. Somebody's walking. I can hear. I can hear somebody upstairs. But I don't think you can hear the person. I don't think, can you hear? Listen. Can you hear him? Can you hear them? Si es de them, si es una sola persona, pero no sé si es hombre o mujer, paso al plural, ellos. ¿Los oyes? Them. Porque si no, tendría que decir, can you hear him or her? ¿Puedes oírle a él o a ella? Y es un poco engorroso. Can you hear them? You can't. Okay, to hear. Suena igual que la palabra aquí, hear. Les oigo aquí. I can hear them here. I can. Siempre el verbo can. To be able to. Sostener, sujetar, to hold. How many times have I held pencils in my hand? You have held pencils in your hand almost every class. Am I holding any pencils now? No, you're not. También celebrar una reunión is to hold a meeting. To call a meeting, se convoca y luego se celebra. You call the meeting and then you hold the meeting. All right, mejorar is to improve. Your English is improving. Yes, to improve. Your English is getting better. Your English is improving. Include. O inclúyeme a mí, eh? Include me. I'm the English. I'm the number one teacher. Include me in the list. Am I included? I'm not included. No? Well, why don't you include me? I'm not invited. I don't have an invitation, no. So I'm not included in the group. All right. To include. Lo contrario, exclude. So I'm excluded. All right. Sospechar is to suspect. Suspect, escrito como suena. Suspect. Suspicion. Suspicious. Sospechoso. So suspicious. La sospecha. Suspicion. Sospechar is to suspect. Sospechaba eso. I suspected. Tercera columna. I suspected that. To suspect, lanzar, arrojar, to throw. Every day I threw, every day I throw, yesterday I threw, lately I've thrown. Encender is to, encender un aparato electrónico is to turn on, or the light, to turn on. Encender una cerilla is to strike a match. To strike. Strique, to strike a match. Encender un cigarro is to light a cigarette. To light. Ahora, encender la luz is to turn on. Poner la tele is to turn on the television. Poner el ordenador, encenderlo, to turn on. And to turn off, the opposite. And finally, sin duda, without a doubt. O sea, en inglés decimos sin una duda. Sin duda. Sin duda en inglés es importante. Without a doubt, English is important. Y sin duda, Natasha Zarakovich is a beautiful young Russian lady. Yes. Natasha. Without a doubt. She's intelligent and very attractive. Natasha. And we're going to start with Natasha, but probably in the next class. Maybe not in this class, because we have one more point. We're on page 311, mastering the interrogative. My uncle drives a Renault. Question. What kind of car does your uncle drive? Okay. I like potatoes. Well, I like meat with potatoes. What do you like to eat? I like to eat meat and potatoes. I'm sitting in front of a camera. A camera. Richard, what are you sitting in front of? What am I sitting in front of? I'm sitting in front of a camera. Julius Caesar was assassinated in 44 BC. Question. When was Julius Caesar assassinated? I started using these pencils in January of last year. Question. Richard, when did you start using those pencils? I was born in 1951. Richard, when were you born? My mother was 29. 29, eh? My mother was 29 when I was born. Richard, how old was your mother when you were born? She was 29. The last time I went to the States was in 2018. Question. Richard, when was the last time you went to the States, to the U.S.? The United Nations building is located in New York City. Question. Richard, where is the United Nations building located? It's located in New York City. Alaska is the biggest state in area in the United States. Question. Richard, what's the biggest state? What? No, which? Which is entre dos, delimitado, dos o tres. Which? Esto es. What's the biggest state in the United States in area? Alaska. California is the biggest state in population. Question. Richard, what's the biggest state in population? California. Badajoz is the biggest province in Spain in area. Question. Richard, what's the biggest province in Spain in area? Badajoz. All right. Andalusia is the biggest region in area. What's the biggest region in area? Austin is the capital of Texas. Richard, what's the capital of Texas? Austin. What's the capital of California? Sacramento. What's the capital of Florida? Tallahassee. What's the capital of Illinois? Springfield. What's the biggest city? Chicago. What's the capital of Michigan? Lansing. What's the biggest city? Detroit. All right, mastering the interrogative. All right. I came to Spain when I was 20. Richard, how old were you when you came to Spain? I met my wife in 1975. Richard, when did you meet your wife? I have 2 children. 2. Richard, how many children? Children. Fíjate en la pronunciación. Lo mencioné hace 8 meses, pero children. No children is good Spanish pronunciation, but English. Chul. April. Pencil. Children. Richard, how many children do you have? I have 2 children. They're 40 and 36 respectively. How old are they? My children, they're 40 and 36 respectively. All right, Natasha. I'm going to start with Natasha. But how much time do we have left, Marta? How much time do we have left? You know? How much time? Do we have time to start, or is it too late? Yeah? Oh my God, we still have plenty of time. Are you sure? Yeah? We have 9 minutes left. We have plenty of time. Natasha Zarakovich. Listen, we'll continue in the next class with Natasha. Natasha has been thinking about Scotland for the past 2 weeks. Yes, repito. Natasha has been thinking about Scotland for the past 2 weeks. Her cousin, Andrei Zarakovich, has been living in Scotland, Escocia, toma, Chico y su familia rusa. Her cousin, primo, her cousin, Andrei Zarakovich, has been living in Scotland for 23 years. He moved there with his parents when he was only 5 years old. He's 1 year younger than Natasha. Many years ago, when Andrei was a child, he played with Natasha every day in Moscow. They lived next to each other. Andrei only remembers a few things from that period of time. However, Natasha still remembers a lot of things. She remembers that Andrei was a bad little boy. Niño malo. Yes, a bad little boy. He always hit her when they were playing. For the past 5 years, Andrei and Natasha have been writing to each other. Andrei's father is an aeronautical engineer, and the family has a nice house in the suburbs of Glasgow. Ever since Andrei started writing to Natasha, he's been inviting her to visit him and his family in Glasgow. Natasha would like to go, but it's too expensive for her. In his last letter, Andrei told her that he had found a new job and that he was earning 2 times more than in his last job. He also told her that with the extra money in the first 2 months, he had made a flight reservation for Natasha on British Airways for December 22nd. The return ticket was for January the 3rd. Okay. When Natasha read the letter, she couldn't believe it. She didn't like the idea of Andrei paying for the ticket, but she was excited, emocionada, excitada, no, excited in English is emocionado. She was excited that she was finally going to visit another country. She's never been outside of Russia. In fact, she's never been more than 50 kilometers outside of Moscow. All right. So, her cousin Andrei, who's 1 year younger than she is, I think 1 year younger, yes, has bought her a ticket to fly to Glasgow. Yeah, well, to fly to Edinburgh or to, I don't know if she's going to fly to London, I think. We'll find out in the next episode. But let's go back. Listen, Natasha has been thinking about Scotland for the past 2 weeks. Presente perfecto continuo. Porque lleva 2 semanas pensando en Escocia. En estas últimas 2 semanas, dice, for the past 2 weeks, Natasha has been thinking. Ha estado pensando. O sea, lleva 2 semanas pensando. Natasha has been thinking about Scotland. Fíjate la pronunciación. No Scotland, no. Arriba, Scotland. Y la T no se pronuncia. You can pronounce the T, no, Scotland, pero es difícil, ¿eh? I say Scotland. Yo la T me la casi llego, pero no llego. Scotland. I think the Scottish say Scotland. Hey, it's Scotland, yeah, it's Scotland. Maybe. I say Scotland. All right. Natasha has been thinking about Scotland for the past 2 weeks. Her cousin, Andrei Zarakovich, has been living in Scotland for 23 years. Presente perfecto, presente perfecto continuo. Present perfect continuous. Lleva 23 años viviendo en Escocia. Her cousin Andre has been living in Scotland for 23 years. He moved there. Se mudó allí. He moved. Move no solo es mover una cosa. To move es trasladar. También es desplazar. Es trasladarse o mudarse. He moved there with his parents when he was only 5 years old. He's 1 year younger than Natasha. Yes. Many years ago, when Andre was a child, he played with Natasha. Señalo aquí, with Natasha. All right. A ver cómo está la foto. Yeah, aquí está. Yeah. He played with Natasha almost every day. Well, no, aquí dice every day. Okay. Yo creo que eran vecinos. Next door. He played with Natasha every day in Moscow. They lived next to each other. Claro. Uno al lado del otro. Next to each other. I'm pointing at you. Point at me. You're pointing at me. We're pointing at each other. I'm looking at you. You're looking at me. We're looking at each other. And Natasha and Andre lived next to each other. And they played every day. They played together every day. But Andre was 1 year old, 1 year younger. Un niño repelente, creo, de niño. for Natasha. Yes. They lived next to each other. Andre only remembers a few things from that period. Periodo de la historia, de su historia personal. He only remembers a few things, cosas, from that period. However, Natasha still remembers a lot of things. She remembers that Andre was a bad little boy. Niño malo, travieso. A bad little boy. He always hit her. Hey, boom, hit her. Bam, bam. He always hit her. Yes. He always hit her. It hurts. He always hit her when they were playing. For the past 5 years, desde hace 5 años, de 5 años a esta parte, escucha, for the past 5 years, or for the last 5 years, incluye ahora, Andre and Natasha have been writing to each other. Andre's father is an aeronautical engineer. You understand? Ingeniero aeronáutica. Aeronautical engineer. And the family has a nice house in the suburbs of Glasgow. Suburbios en inglés significa las afueras. In the suburbs of Glasgow. Ever since Andre started writing to Natasha, desde que empezó, pero ¿por qué inserto ever delante? Desde el mismo momento en que solemos insertar ever delante since. Ever since, that means from the very first moment Andre started writing to Natasha, ever since Andre started writing to Natasha, he has been inviting her. O sea, lleva tiempo desde el principio invitándola. He's been inviting her to visit him and his family in Glasgow. Natasha would like to go. Yeah, me too. I would like to go to Glasgow, to Scotland. Natasha would like to go, but it's too expensive. La X. It's too expensive for her. In his last letter, su de él, de André, in his last letter, André told her that he had found, pluscuamperfecto, yes, reported speech. Le dijo que había encontrado un nuevo empleo. He told her that he had found a new job and that he was earning 2 times more than in his last job. Twice as much, 2 times more than in his last job. He also told her that with the extra X, la X, como suena, como que fuerza. He also told her that with the extra money in the first 2 months, he had made a flight reservation, reserva de vuelo, a flight reservation for Natasha on British Airways. Okay, British Airways. For December 22nd. The return ticket, billete de regreso a Rusia, the return ticket was for January 3rd. Not bad. Almost 2 weeks. When Natasha read the letter, she couldn't believe it. ¿Será posible? She didn't like the idea of Andre paying for the ticket, but she was excited, wow, that she was finally going to visit another country. She's never been outside of Russia. Nunca está fuera de su país. She has never been outside of Russia. In fact, she's never been more than 50 kilometers outside of Moscow. So, it's a good opportunity for our lovely, delightful, and sweet friend, Natasha Zarakovich. And tomorrow we will dissect the story one more time. See you tomorrow.